Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If someone looked at your bank statements, not your Instagram, not your lifestyle, but your actual numbers, would they say you're building a future or slowly sabotaging it? Here's the scary part. Most people think financial failure happens because of low income. It doesn't. It happens because of one invisible habit, a habit so normal, so socially accepted, that almost everyone does it. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. And no, it's not buying coffee. Relax. Your latte is safe, for now. By the end of this video, you'll clearly see why smart, hardworking people stay broke, why this habit feels harmless today, but expensive tomorrow, and how stopping it early can quietly put you ahead of 90% of people your age. Stay with me, because the damage doesn't show up immediately. It shows up years later, when fixing it becomes painful. To understand the habit, we need to understand how money actually leaks, not loudly, but silently. Point 1. The habit. Lifestyle inflation, 0.45 to 2.15. The habit quietly destroying your finances is lifestyle inflation. Here's how it works. You get a raise, a better job, a side hustle starts paying off, and instead of upgrading your future, you upgrade your expenses. Better car, nicer apartment, more subscriptions, more convenience, more, I deserve this. And listen, this doesn't make you irresponsible, it makes you human. But here's the trap. Every time your income goes up and your lifestyle matches it, your financial position stays exactly the same. You feel richer, but you're not safer. Pattern interrupt. Ever notice how people earning $40,000 and $90,000 both say, I don't know where my money goes? Yeah, that's not an accident. But lifestyle inflation alone isn't the real killer. The real damage comes from what it prevents you from doing next. Point 2. The opportunity cost. Nobody talks about 215 to 345. Here's the part most people never calculate. Every dollar that inflates your lifestyle is a dollar that never gets the chance to grow, not saved, not invested, not compounding. And compounding doesn't forgive delays. If you invest $300 a month starting at 22, you could build hundreds of thousands by midlife. Start at 32 instead. You may need double the effort to catch up. Same dollar, different timing, wildly different outcomes. Fear trigger. You don't lose wealth by making mistakes. You lose it by starting too late. And lifestyle inflation is the delay disguised as success. But it gets worse, because this habit doesn't just affect your money, it rewires your behavior. Point 3. The comfort trap, 345 to 515. Lifestyle inflation trains your brain to expect comfort now. Instant upgrades, instant gratification, instant validation. You stop asking, does this help future me? And start asking, can I afford the monthly payment? That question alone has kept millions financially stuck. Humorous interrupt. Congratulations, you can afford the payment. Not the emergency, not the freedom, just the payment. Comfort today steals resilience tomorrow. And when life hits, and it always does, most people realize their lifestyle has no shock absorbers. But here's the most dangerous part of all. Point 4. Why this habit feels smart, 515 to 645. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel reckless. It feels earned. You worked hard. You sacrificed. You waited. And society cheers you on. You deserve it. Enjoy your life. Money is meant to be spent. But wealth is rarely built by people who spend first and plan later. It's built by people who delay upgrades quietly, while everyone else wonders how they're so lucky later. Excitement trigger. Imagine this instead. Your income rises, but your expenses stay mostly the same. That gap, that's where freedom lives. Now let's flip the script, because avoiding this habit isn't about deprivation, it's about control. Point 5. The anti-lifestyle inflation rule, 645 to 815. Here's a simple rule wealthy builders follow. Upgrade your investments before you upgrade your lifestyle. Every raise follows this order. Increase saving or investing. Build margin and safety. Then, and only then, upgrade comfort. This way, success strengthens your foundation instead of weakening it. You're not saying no forever, you're saying not yet. And not yet is a power move. But there's one final mindset shift that changes everything. Point 6. Becoming the person who thinks long term, 8:15 to 9:30. Wealth isn't built by income alone. It's built by identity. The person who wins financially thinks in decades, not months, values optionality over appearances, chooses quiet progress over loud spending. Most people won't notice what you're doing until one day they really do. Cliffhanger feeling. And when that moment comes, they'll ask how you did it. You'll know the answer wasn't luck. It was discipline, installed early.